Hello and welcome back to another edition of Chill with Kaiju Kim. I'm Kaiju Kim. Hope you're all doing well on this lovely afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. Hope you all enjoyed your holiday weekend, or if you celebrate holidays, and even if you don't celebrate holidays, hope you had a good weekend. I definitely had my fair share of turkey, ham, collard greens, and more dessert than I would care to admit. So tonight's guest is a VTuber mainly known for streaming on Twitch, and they recently made the jump to the tokusatsu side of YouTube a little bit. They're starting to dabble it in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to CHUCHU.
Hi, Iceback Hamster CHUCHU. Let's see here. My favorite Thanksgiving meal is spam musubi. Hello, aloha. How's it? How y'all doing today? How you doing, chat? And how you doing, Kim?
I'm doing good. You doing good?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I came prepared. I have next to my water. I made like 2 cups of tea. I got my Thai sweet tea, and I got some chocolate pu'er. Yeah. So I'm all ready, and I've got a blanket.
Awesome. Hold on, let me just make sure everyone knows we're live, because we only got like 2 people up in here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, but that's okay.
Oh no. Well, they'll come on in.
Okay. Yay. All right. So, CHUCHU.
Mm-hmm.
I like to kick off the conversation by asking 3 questions.
Sure.
What got you into Godzilla, Kaiju, Tokusatsu, whatever? What's your favorite movie of that genre? And what's your favorite non-Godzilla Kaiju movie?
Okay, so I did grow up watching tokusatsu when I was younger, mainly more hero shows, so Ultraman and Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, of course. Although there was Godzilla in that steady diet, so it's always been in the back of my mind. Once I got older, I did get back into it because I was interested in. There was a certain time where I was more interested in like Japanese dramas, and so like in the early 2000s or so, I would have friends on like forums, and then people I knew IRL would be like, "Hey, you gotta check out this one, a Kamen Rider drama. It's got like this real good looking guy in it." And I'll be like, "Oh, okay." But then I would just kind of stick around from that. But what kept me staying was, the monster designs and the fight choreography and everything like that. That's a long-winded answer for the first question. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No problem. We're just getting started. It's fine.
Yeah. And the second question, if you can remind me again.
What's your favorite Godzilla Kaiju Toku movie?
Godzilla Kaiju Toku movie or TV show? I think with Godzilla, like I did mention before, the second Godzilla versus King Ghidorah movie, the one with the 3 little aliens. And
Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, 1991, which I am the same age as.
Yeah. I think some people think it's kind of goofy, but I like the puppets. I like
Godzilla is goofy in general, so
yeah. I did like all the special effects. I like the random like foreigner robot, the Terminator dude. The scene that sticks out most in my mind is when he's like chasing the car and he's doing some sort of
everyone's favorite scene.
The bicentennial man running. Yeah, for Godzilla, for sure, that is definitely it. All time tokusatsu though, it has to be Kikaida. That's my boy. That's our local superhero. Even though he's not from Hawaii, but he's Hawaii's favorite son. So I grew up watching him, and to this day, I feel like that's my dude.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of Kikaida. Was it?
Yeah. So Genzo Ningen Kikaida, or Kikaider, as people on the mainland and in Japan know him as. It's a Shotaro Ishinomori series. Started out as a TV show, comic, sort of dealy-do. and it ran in the 70s, and I think it was on air at the same time as Kamen Rider V3, I believe so. Kamen Rider got more of the budget, but and Kikaido was kind of like a little bit second banana, but it's interesting. It's kind of like a retell, almost like a retelling of Pinocchio, where a scientist who's working for an evil organization creates a robot in secret in the image of his dead son. Then he has to like escape and skedaddle. The robot's conscious circuit, which tells him right from wrong, is incomplete. And he's going on a quest to find his creator and protect the son and daughter. And it's really interesting and kind of like depressing and tragic, which is why I like it. But it played in Hawaii like a lot. Even before I was born, it was on TV in the 70s. And then when I watched it, it was airing like in early 2000s. So you can definitely tell if someone's from a certain island nation if you go, hey, you watch Kikaido.
Awesome. Well, I might check that out one day. I have to add that to my long list of things that I need to catch up on as far as Tokusatsu goes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who we have in the chat tonight real quick. We got Rusty. How's it going? Kasaibo F29, what's going on? And Toku Punk Productions. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. Did we answer your favorite non-Godzilla kaiju movie?
I think that's kaiju movie. Non-Godzilla kaiju movie. Oh. See, I mean it's still Toho, but let's see. But which of the Mothra movies do I like the most? They're all really good. I think it might just be biased because again, that's the one I'm more familiar with. But like the remake of the second remake of Mothra, the Heisei Mothra, the one with the peanuts is really good. But I do like the Heisei one, and I think it might just be because I have like the imagery of like the little Mothra larva swimming through the waves as the fairies sing to it. I think that's burned in my brain because I saw that on TV a lot too as a kid, so that might be why. But I really dug it, and the fairy. I think the fairy costumes were really cool too in that one.
Yeah, they have good costumes for the fairies. I've noticed. I think I might, wear something like that, for like as a cosplay or something.
Cosplay. Oh yeah. Was it Laura and Maul are the names of the fairies? I think.
Yeah. And, the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Any one of those would be really good. I do like the one. What was the one with the sun? I think it's Leo. The last.
Oh yeah, one. Mothra Leo. Yeah.
Mothra Leo.
Yeah. That's like he threw up the whole Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. Yeah,
that one had really interesting stuff, and I think I haven't actually seen that movie, but I do want to, and I think the reason is because a lot of the special effects look like PlayStation 1 FMV stuff, so that's kind of why it endears itself to me. I like that kind of that kind of not real jank, but you know what I mean, like that kind of like old school stuff.
Awesome. Alrighty. So before we jump into our main topic, perhaps you can enlighten me.
Yes.
So I know absolutely nothing about VTubers. Yeah, you're obviously one. I know our friend Rainy J is one as well. So for anyone watching who may not know what a VTuber is or is not knowledgeable on the subject, could you explain what being a VTuber is all about and how you got into it?
Sure, absolutely. So VTuber is it's a term for streamers that use sort of like a character stand-in, as you can see right here. The word or the name comes from like two words. The first one being virtual, and the other one being YouTuber, because the first VTuber started out uploading the videos to YouTube. And I believe one of the most popular ones, or the most well-known like ones to make it real big, was this VTuber called AI Channel. And her whole gimmick is that she pretended she was a computer AI, and that was her whole character. So she would say, "I'm a virtual YouTuber who knows." Yeah. She's like, "I'm a virtual YouTuber, not a human." That's where the term kind of came from. So anybody who kind of like streams with like a character like this is considered a VTuber. A lot of us like it, and the things that we cover, like much like regular streamers, is varied. Some VTubers sing, some people do dance covers, some of them play games, some of them do ASMR. Runs the whole gamut. Or you can be like me and is a hack, but I got into VTubing because in my past life, which is what we say, my past life before I became a cartoon character, I did do streaming just regularly, but I did watch other VTubers who used this sort of way of streaming in different interesting and creative ways. There's one person who did like some sort of like long running storyline with their character, and they don't upload anymore Kuroi channel, and I thought it was really interesting how they used the character and the way that you can sort of like play with streaming and editing and stuff to kind of bring something new to the ways you interact with people. That's the long-winded way of how I got into it. The other reason I got into it was because it's fun.
It's fun. All right. As long as you're having a good time.
Oh yeah.
So you mentioned you used to stream. So I guess I was going to ask you like, well, would you consider doing a face reveal someday? But I guess you already did that in your past life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I prefer like personally, I prefer to keep like my personal life and my VTubing or streaming life like completely separate. There's some other people I know who don't do that, but it all depends on the person.
All right, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into video games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yay. All right, so when you signed up to be on the show, the first thing you mentioned that you wanted to talk about was games of our youth. So the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of games of our youth is like Pokemon, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Smash Brothers, etc. So what comes to your mind when you think of like video games you used to play as a kid?
Yeah. I didn't actually own consoles when I was younger. So
really?
I actually this is gonna date me real easily. I grew up in the arcade scene, so I would go to the arcades and play stuff like Street Fighter and King of Fighters and mostly fighting games, but then other stuff like classic games and stuff as well. But also computer games. And actually, if you're not familiar with my streaming, I mostly do game streams. But because of my setup, I'm on a Mac. There's a limit as to how many different kinds of games I play. So I mainly focus on indie and retro games, like retro computer games. And actually, my most recent stream, I'm playing through Myst, which is one of the first games I ever played. Are you familiar with Myst?
Vaguely familiar with that. I think I started to play it with like my mom and my brother, but like our computer sucked, so we couldn't really get very far. But we did play like old Nancy Drew games.
Yeah, it's really similar to that, where it's like a mystery adventure game. In the case of Myst, you're kind of like walking around solving puzzles. There's like these different like ages and worlds that are written in these books that this writer has written, and you're kind of going to them and figuring out what happened, all the while where these two other characters, his sons, are trapped in these books, and you have to decide if you want to trust them or not. That was like one of the first games I played, and so I have a lot of like it was kind of interesting going through everything again on stream and being like, I'm surprised I remember like this puzzle or this music or this sound. And it was kind of, so that it was nice to share it off to people in my chat who are maybe younger and never played it. But also we got in like some people who had played it before too, and were like telling me all of their experiences with the game and the creators and how it influenced their life. So stuff like that is what I find interesting going back to older games. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Let's see. What's other computer games have I played? Let's see. I remember my favorite game was Titanic There's a Titanic game like for the CD-ROM. I guess I'm dating myself there. So,
Right.
yeah. What was it called? Adventure in Time. I don't know if you've ever played that.
Maybe is that the one where you're kind of like walking around the Titanic and you have to are you trying
Yeah.
to are you trying to like stop the Titanic from sinking, or are you trying to like figure out like just kind of like observing?
You're kind of like observing, like, and like you're
Oh.
like you play a spy or something. You're trying to get like this
Oh.
this very valuable artifact or something along those lines.
Oh man, I think I vaguely remember it. Maybe it was like on a demo disc or something, but like those kinds of games, like those are ones that I do like. That sounds really cool though. I'm gonna have to take a look and see if maybe there's a ROM or something of it.
Yeah, maybe. Like I think like recently, like my sister and I like played it again. Like we get downloaded like
Mm.
a what's it called?
Emulator?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we played it for kicks and giggles and nostalgia.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see like to go back into those and be like, okay, well, I was a child back then, so that was hard, but I have a big adult galaxy brain now. Maybe not, but yeah, no, like last night I was still doing what I did back when I first played the game. I was writing down maps and writing down clues, drawing out stuff, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of nice. Also, maybe I have one brain cell.
Yeah, like even in like, oh, I remember this from a kid, but then like I still don't remember how to do this. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. Toku Punk wants to know our thoughts on Sora in Smash Brothers. Do you have
Hmm.
any thoughts on that?
Well, I do. I haven't been really keeping up with Smash Brothers. I did play the original, of course, on the N64 at like neighbors' places and stuff, and
Mhm.
the more recent ones with friends. But for Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts came out like it was the generation right after me, so I don't really have any sort of connection to that game that a lot of people do. I know for a lot of people, they feel really strongly about it one way or the other. I personally don't really have any strong feelings. For me, I was more hype when Terry Bogard got in because he's from King of Fighters and he's a good boy. But you know that the Smash franchise is just all about kind of like, hey, here's all your favorite dudes for that mean a lot to different people, different ages. Here they all are.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I never really played Kingdom Hearts, but like, it's cool
Right.
for like people who are into that game. I was definitely excited like for way back when Brawl came out, when Sonic
Mm.
was confirmed as a character. That was exciting for me.
So you grew up with like the Sonic series and stuff. So you were like a Sega Genesis sort of person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I played the Sega Genesis at like a friend's house, and then I played.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that like I think like yeah, when I was young, like it was very much just like, are you Mario or Sonic sort of person when you were younger? Like when we were younger, there was that sort of thing. I was like, I like Ryu from Street Fighter. um, but it's been interesting because I've getting into more like a well, I mean, I guess that series has kind of been around almost as long. Like I'm a big fan of the Yakuza series, Ryuga Gotoku, and that's done by the same company, Sega. So it's been there's like little references here and there to Sonic, or like it's been kind of interesting to see people who were like into Sonic get into Yakuza because Sega is doing more Yakuza stuff now, and they would like point out like little nods to Sonic that I didn't realize were in there. Not major parts of the story, but just kind of things like, oh, the name for this move is something taken from Amy Rose, and I'm like, I would never have thought of that.
oh,
That's interesting.
the more you know.
Mhm.
All right. Hey, Michael Hamilton, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. And
Hello.
Vapor Dreams, what's going on? Vapor Dreams. And Lee Powers, what's going on? My first was Atari, then I evolved into Nintendo with the Duck Hunt.
Ooh, Atari. Yeah, Atari 2600, huh?
That was before my time.
It was technically before my time too, but I do remember some Atari arcade games, but I can't remember them.
All right. And Migbar says, I was playing video games since before the Mario Brothers were super.
The old
Interesting.
Jumpman days.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What other games have I played? Let's see. You mentioned Street Fighter. Who's your favorite character?
Let's see here. Ooh. Probably like favorite character overall is is Chun-Li, of course, because she's the classic first lady of fighting, and you know everybody's first love. But when I did play Vanilla 4 and AE. 4AE was my game, so that's Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Ultimate, blah 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 blah, and Cody and Judy were my mains. So yeah, Cody was from Alpha or Zero, and Jury was like introduced in 4. So Cody was like the prisoner guy, and Jury was the Taekwondo girl.
Cool, awesome. Let's see. I remember playing Street Fighter, of course, and I also remember playing this game on. I don't remember what console it was. I think it was either the Wii. No, it wasn't the Wii. It must have been like the Xbox 360. Capcom versus SNK.
Yeah. Capcom versus SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium, baby. Yeah, I played that in the arcades. 2, not 1, but that one also is something that I when I was slightly older, I did play a lot in between like work and school and stuff. I'm not good at that game, and I know that game is technically not considered greatly balanced, but I enjoyed it a lot. All the songs are bangers, and one of my favorite illustrators from Capcom worked on that game for the character design. So yeah,
awesome. Lee Power says, I pumped a ton of quarters into Ghosts and Goblins arcade.
Ooh, that's a hard game. I haven't played it before.
I don't think I've ever played that.
Yeah, that's the one where like you play as like it's like a Capcom sort of arcade game where you play as like King Arthur and you're like trying to go save like a princess, and the levels are all super brutally hard. And it's that song that kind of goes yeah.
I don't think I've played that. Let's see. What are the games? I'm just randomly thinking of games that I played as a kid. Shining Force. I believe that was a Sega Genesis game as well.
Oh, was that the beat 'em up with was that like the
no, that's like an RPG type game.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it, but like Sega did release like a lot of interesting, weird sort of games, just stylistically and so on and so forth. I only started playing like, was it Dreamcast and what was the other one? The other one, there's the Dreamcast and the
Genesis question mark.
Genesis. Yeah, the Dreamcast and the Saturn.
Oh, there we go, Saturn.
Yeah, I only played those games later as I got older because my other position before I started working at a Super Sentai base had me work with classic games a lot. So there was like a setup where you could play like we put like a Saturn and a Dreamcast in like arcade shells, and people could play different games that we put in there. So we would run like, that's how I played Nights into Dreams for the first time, and something called there was this weird sort of almost horror game where you would explore this mansion. I think it's like the Mansion of Dreams or something like that. Just really interesting, weird little Sega games. I think we put Seaman in there one time too. That was bizarre. I don't know why they did that. Yeah.
Big Bar says Shining Force was a prettier Final Fantasy at the time.
When I did get a console, I got like a PlayStation 1, so I was mainly playing PlayStation stuff. So unfortunately not familiar with Shining Force, but I did play a lot of Lunar.
I don't think I've heard of that either. How about Tomb Raider?
I don't think didn't because like our home computer unfortunately wasn't powerful enough to run it. But I think I did try the demo and it got stuck.
Oh, wow. like the game itself got stuck, or you got stuck on a puzzle?
I think Laura got stuck in a wall. And
oh, that's fun.
Because that happens sometimes.
I love Tomb Raider because, like, first, I'm a sucker for a female protagonist, first of all.
Of course.
And I like the challenge of like trying to figure out like all the, you know, the clues and the puzzles and stuff. And when I get stuck, I can just throw a grenade at the wall and try again later.
Oh yeah.
I'm weird. I like games where I can like blow stuff up and like die infinitely. And I also like to have cute animals as pets. So I also like Pokemon and Minecraft.
Oh yeah. Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like it, yeah, there's definitely I think I have that sort of strange kind of diet when it comes to games too, because I also do like cute pets or customizing things. I played way too dang much Animal Crossing until I had to take a break. But I also like horror games and fighting games and stuff, and it's just like and visual novels. So it's kind of like sometimes I want to like play something that combines all of them, but that would be kind of weird and jank. I guess that's why I like the Yakuza series, because it's just like you can have your action game, you can have your weirdo mini games. There's fun characters, and then sometimes there's a serious tear-jerky Japanese crime drama, and then occasionally like an episode of The Simpsons breaks out.
Sounds like something I would play, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Were you ever into Guitar Hero or Rock Band?
Oh, I since that was a console game, I didn't play it. I knew it was real big, and I would go over to like friends' places to occasionally play it, and I wasn't too good at it. But for rhythm games, I did play a lot more dance games like Pump It Up and DDR and stuff like that.
I love DDR.
As was the style at the time. There'd just be lines out the arcade, just people just hanging around all day long, and there'd be that one cool dude who like with like glasses and whatever and the tripped jeans who is just like doing extra hard on like Butterfly or something with the bar.
Awesome. Oh, our girl Laura Fitkin's here. What's going on? How
Hello,
about some
Laura.
Resident Evil, she says.
I love Resident Evil. Classic Resident Evil for sure. GameCube edition. I've been interested in playing newer games as well. Just haven't had the time, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. And Migbar says we're just gonna skim over Silent Hill.
No, Silent Hill was the whole reason why I asked when my family was able to afford to get a console. I insisted on the PlayStation 1 instead of the then released PlayStation 2. I was an idiot, but I was just like, I want to play Silent Hill 1 because like that I had seen the trailers for it at like the Kmart and stuff, and I would be like so like intrigued by that like weird sort of abstract like haunting dream imagery, even though it terrified me as a child. Now I love all sorts of spooky games, but that kind of like abstract way of rendering sort of like unknown horrors is something that I really liked in regards to that. Yeah,
I've never played those games. I'm kind of a wuss. So like as much as I like shooting things and blowing things up, horror games aren't really my thing. Like I tried to play Five Nights at Freddy's when it first came out, and I just could not. I barely made it through the first night, and I was just like having a near panic attack, and I was like, I can't do this.
I feel like that Five Nights though, that even though it's like technically not scary, the whole crux of the game is like jump scares. So every single time, like it will do something like bah, and then you will just jump regardless, or panic regardless, because even though you know what's coming. I mean, it works. It's not quite my favorite kind of horror, but but well, it's still effective.
And like I said, I'm a wuss, so I get scared easily. Like hell, I used to be scared of Godzilla when I was a kid.
Oh, well, I mean, it makes sense. I was scared of a lot of things too, and Godzilla has like, or I guess Heisei Godzilla has like that sort of mean face, even though now I think it kind of looks like a cat.
You know, he does look like a cat now that I think about it.
Yeah, yeah. The Heisei Godzilla or the Millennium one, both of them kind of have like the angry cat face.
They do. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to unsee that now. And it works out because I like cats and I like Godzilla. So
Yeah. I mean,
works
he
out
kind
fine.
of like is like a big radioactive cat because he just like goes and climbs over things and knocks over things. It's like, Godzilla, no, don't knock over the Tokyo Tower off the table. Oh, you did it again.
Oh dang it, he's acted a fool again. Ugh, man. Lee Power says, speaking of Guitar Hero, the guitars didn't last. You went through 4 of them. Yeah, I had that problem too.
Wow.
It was so annoying. I spent so much money on getting guitar controllers, and it's just like, why do I bother? They're just gonna break.
They were so expensive too back in the day, right? They were almost like $60-$70.
Yeah, dude.
For controllers.
Just like, and I just kept buying them. The one controller, it was actually a Rock Band controller that lasted me a long time, but now that one's starting to conk out too.
Oh my god!
So
there's got to be ways to replace the parts or something, because I've seen people like use the controllers to play like other games. Like there's one dude infamous in the fighting game community. Shouts out to the anime fighting game community, who I think repurposed a Rock Band controller so that he could play fighting games with it. And so there's like videos of this dude just doing inputs or in tournaments with the Rock Band controller.
That's cool. That's interesting. I wonder if I can play Smash Brothers with a Guitar Hero controller.
You probably could. I do recall, like way back in the day. I think it was either the PlayStation. Had to be the PlayStation 2 version of Soul Calibur 2. My friend had one of those like real cheapo dance DDR mats, and just for fun, we just hooked it up to the machine and we're like, okay, can we play Soul Calibur with the dance mat? You can.
Oh, that's cool.
You can. It's not really efficient, but it's really fun. It'll just automatically map the buttons to the arrows.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I want to play a game with the DDR pad, like without not DDR. That would be interesting.
It would be a good workout too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, get some good exercise playing a game like that. Yeah, Laura says Final Wars Goji has strong kitty cat vibes. Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, a very angry cat.
He's very angry. Godzilla's a very angry kitty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. How about Minecraft? You like Minecraft?
I've never actually played Minecraft, which is funny because I feel like every single VTuber has done a Minecraft stream. That's like the go-to for it's like the running joke where it's like a VTuber is like, oh, I don't know what to do for a stream. It's time for a Minecraft collab.
Minecraft.
I've never played it. I do like building things and baking things and designing things, but I think when with Minecraft, there's like so many options. It kind of just like almost makes me want to just plan everything out first before I actually start playing it. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've done that. I've actually, back when I played it, I downloaded like this graph type thing with like all the little squares, and I mapped out like what I wanted to do, like what design I wanted to make, and then I would do it in the game.
Holy cow. That must have taken a lot though, because you have to like get resources and stuff too. Yeah,
unless you play like in I don't remember, I think it's just creative mode where you automatically have everything that you need. You just gotta look for it. So kind of cheated a little bit because I'm lazy, but yeah, that's how I played Minecraft for a little bit. But yeah, when that first came out, my brother and I played it for like 8 hours straight one time. It was insane. Let's see what else we got here. Anyone play the NES Godzilla game?
Is that like the arcade game? Is that the port of the arcade game where you're kind of just like it's like a beat 'em up with boss fights at the end of it?
Yeah. Super Godzilla, I think they're referring to. Super Godzilla. Right? Question mark? I think it's Super Godzilla. I think I played it like once or twice and I wasn't into it.
Unfortunately, I haven't. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think I've played a lot of tokusatsu and kaiju games. A big shock. Um, I mean, I've been planning to try.
Oh, Kasaiba says it's the one that looks like hexagonal chess.
Oh, it's that one. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That was the one
Oh.
that the Angry Video Game Nerd covered that one, I believe.
Oh yeah, he covered like all the Godzilla games.
Yeah, right. No, unfortunately, I haven't. The fact that it's a weird strategy game makes me kind of want to play it, despite its obvious jank. But yeah, that I'll have to figure that out once I get an emulator running.
Yeah, I don't think I've played that. Maybe I'll check it out one of these days. Who knows? But so you haven't played any of the like Godzilla games like Godzilla Unleashed or Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, nothing like that?
No, unfortunately not. I know I'm a poser. I did want to play the PlayStation 4 Godzilla game though. I think because that one was really interesting to me. Just the fact that you could set up like movie scenes and stuff and take photos. That's one of my things. But also like just the gameplay of I think the not really the gameplay, but the way that it was presented, where like the UI is like the people in command are kind of narrating, the humans who are in command are like narrating what's going on as you, the players, controlling Godzilla and knocking down stuff. And I hear it's kind of a repetitive game, but I kind of like enjoy sort of weirdo games like that. Mysterious Jogos, if you will.
Yeah, you like mysterious type games like that, and I like
Yeah.
I said earlier, games where I can either blow stuff up or I have a cute animal as a pet.
Oh wait, come to think of it, I did do a whole stream where I did play a lot of kaiju themed indie games. I do play a lot of games on itch.io, which is a website where game devs, like indie game devs, and also like musicians, zine writers, blah blah blah, like post their games or resources and stuff, and you can search by tag. So one stream I did just search kaiju and just went through every single indie kaiju game I could play in browser. It was interesting. Some of the ideas people had, majority of them were like sandbox games where you're just a monster knocking down stuff. But there's some other games that they had where like there was a RPG game, like a mini RPG game where you played a news reporter, and whatever the news reporter would say, like the hero, like Ultraman knockoff, would fight like different kaiju, and that was like the commands. So it's really interesting to like go through like the game jams and indie jams and see what people have come up with and what they're influenced by too. A lot of Godzilla lookalikes.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. What was the name of that one?
It's itch. Well, the website is itch.io. So itch as an itchy dot and then io.
Okay.
Yep, and it's a website mostly known for hosting indie games, but they also host other things like music assets, game assets, so on and so forth.
Interesting. I'll have to check that out. That sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so going back to the cute animals thing.
Oh yes.
So another topic that you mentioned when you signed up was mascot characters or cute kaiju. So going back to the VTuber thing for a minute, I'm wondering, like, what made you choose a robo hamster as your mascot?
Okay. Well, first of all, I like hamsters.
Okay, fair enough.
But also it's because I took inspiration from one of my favorite Super Sentai series, Chojin Sentai Live Men, which is a series from the 80s, and it's like a 3-man team. There's a mascot sort of helper character, and I think like kind of like in Power Rangers, I guess that would be like Alpha 5 was the name of the Power Rangers helper robot guy. Yeah. So there was a helper robot girl in that one, and her name is Koron, and she kind of looks like a robotic, like had kind of like a robotic Chinese doll with like the buns on the side of the head and sort of stuff. So I took the inspiration like from that and just other sort of like 80s retro like robot stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
And,
So So I'm sorry. I'm like
It's okay.
trying to look at like other like I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at my notes. I'm like
Mhm.
what where do I go from here? No. Kasaibo, you didn't read the NES Godzilla Creepypasta? I did not. Did you?
I'm familiar with it, but I haven't looked at it. I probably will, although I assume it's kind of similar to all creepypastas where it's like, and then it looked real.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever read a creepypasta.
Yeah, they're kind of like internet scary stories.
Yeah. Oh, anyone play King of the Monsters for the Neo Geo?
Oh, was that the Kaiju fighting game by SNK? Because I definitely did play a little bit of it in the arcade. That one's kind of interesting. Like it's like a brawlers type fighting game similar to Power Stone, but it came before that. And you pick like different original kaiju or like Ultraman Kamen Rider knockoffs, and you're all fighting in this big city. You can destroy buildings. Uh, just like a fun old time. I didn't play it for too long, but I do distinctly remember that it was really loud.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't think I've played that. You know what I think they should make? I think they should make. I don't know if they've made this or anyone has made something like this. Like they should have like something like Neopets. You remember Neopets?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Except like you're raising like kaiju or something like
Yes,
that.
exactly. You read my mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool. You could have it set at like a research institution or something like that, and you're raising endangered kaiju or something, or like raising them to study them and kind of figure out their patterns or something. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that would
something
be
like
a lot
that.
of
Yeah, you
fun.
got to take care of like Manila and Baby Godzilla and like Toto
Yeah.
and Gamera.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. And then and then on the side, like the other side, you'd be like working to like make sure that the facility can like stay open and like putting resources towards that. Yeah, I definitely do want to see something like that. I figure like a lot of like kaiju based video games are more focused on like, destroying city, fighting monsters and stuff, and that's all well and good, but I would like to see other like genre stuff like that too. And more cute stuff, really.
Yeah, we need more cute stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think Toho's tried to do like cute Godzilla games type things with what was it called? They did Godzilla Run or Run Godzilla,
Mm-hmm.
which was I tried to play it for like a little bit. I wasn't really into it. Like it was fun for like
Right.
2 seconds, and then I got over it. But there was another one I can't remember. Godzilla Battle Line? Question mark? I think it was called.
Is that the one where it's like it was like a Tamagotchi almost, and
I think
it was like the
so.
Tamagotchi game, or like where you would raise it and then you could like kind of play like pit your little monster dude against other people if they had the same sort of Tamagotchi do thing.
I think it was like that. I didn't play it, but I think that was like that. I saw like pictures like got like different kaiju and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they looked cute. So yeah.
Oh heck yeah!
Someone in the chat helped me out. I think was it Godzilla Battle Line? I can't remember the name for the life of me. Hello, Doomzilla. What's going on? Thanks
Hello.
for stopping by.
Oh no, you're not late at all, man.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, let's see. What else do I have in my notes? So who would you consider like of the kaiju that you've seen?
Mm.
Who would you consider the cutest? Since we're talking about
Oh.
cute stuff.
They're all kind of cute in their different ways. Like Mothra is really cute because she's like really fluffy and pretty and stuff. But then Godzilla is really cute because he's like an angry cat, and he's kind of got that like sort of that tsundere attitude, because sometimes he's like friend to humans and sometimes he's not friend to humans, and he's like, no, I'm really not your friend, and that can be kind of cute. Rodan's kind of like a little ditzy, so that's cute too. And oh, the plush design of Rodan was really cute that they came out with.
Yeah.
I don't know if personally, I think though, like the two cutest. Well, I don't know if they're considered kaiju since they're kind of human sized, but I think the cutest are Baltan Seijin from Ultraman, like the one with the alien with like the scissored hands.
Oh, okay.
He looks kind of weird, but I think he's kind of endearing. And Pigmon also too from Ultra Q series. And Pigmon just wants to be friends with humans, and he's got like a little sad face, and he's carrying
Yeah.
around a balloon.
Yeah. Aw, that does sound cute.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I love baby Godzilla personally. He's my favorite. He's my little baby.
the boy.
He's the boy, yes. Here comes the boy.
There he is. There he is.
Hello, boy.
That's one of my favorite videos that you made.
Thank you. I just randomly made that on a whim one day. I'm like, this will be funny. I'm going to make this now.
Heck yeah.
Fun times. Back to Godzilla being like a cat. I think I answered the lifelong question of like, okay, I know I like Godzilla, but why? And it's because he's just like a cat, and I love cats. And because
Yeah.
I'm a cat. Like I don't like if I don't know if I believe in the past life stuff, but if I did, I would definitely say that I was a cat in my past life.
Ah, yeah. Same
Um,
energy.
I'm lazy. I don't like people, but I also want attention every once in a while, and I just want to be fed.
That is the Godzilla. He's just like that. And then he's like and he even does a thing where you open the door and cats are like, I don't know if I want to go in and out. Where with Godzilla's like, I don't know if I want to go back in the water or wait on land.
Like, I don't know. And in Return of Godzilla, he comes out of the ocean or whatever, and he eats his nuclear snack, and then he leaves. He leaves to go chase some birds.
He's just a cat without any fur.
That's exactly what Godzilla is, and now I love him even more. All right, wow, this has been a really fun discussion.
Yeah.
I have had a lot of fun. So we are at about 46 minutes, and that's good. That's about a good time.
Yeah.
So before we head out tonight, would you like to plug your stuff?
Absolutely. I spec Hamster CHUCHU. I am a VTuber. I mostly stream on Twitch every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do have to warn you, this is one of my few say-so appearances. Kaiju Kim is an all ages stream. I'm not. So please be 18 years old or over if you were going to watch my stream. But normally I play games. Sometimes I collaborate with other VTubers. I'd also like to quickly shout out my fellow VTuber friends, Autopsy Turvy and the True Baku Red, who's another Tokusatsu VTuber like me. He's a Red Ranger.
Awesome. Well, thank you, CHUCHU, for coming on to my show. I had
Thank you.
really good time tonight. Thank you for a very interesting discussion, a lot of fun, and thank you for enlightening me that Godzilla is a cat.
Absolutely.
And to you watching at home, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me and my fantastic guest. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like the stream if you haven't already. Have a good time. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I didn't get sleep.
Good.
Like the stream if you had a good time is what I meant to say. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go to bed soon. Maybe not that soon because it's not that late, but yeah, all right. I'll add this to the blooper reel and the highlights. All right, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye. Yay.